Hey everyone, Zach from Apps Delivered here, and I'm excited to present another weekly hierarchy showcase. This week, we're going to be showing off how to create an epic feedback loop in Jira Cloud with our app Smart Issue Templates for Jira. We're going to be using the hierarchies feature. For those of you who do not know what hierarchies are in Smart Issue Templates for Jira Cloud, hierarchies are basically a set of related issues, be it stories, epics, tasks, or subtasks that form a related process that you can then apply with one click. So you can create issues across multiple different projects, assign them to multiple different users very easily. I'm going to show you how to create one of those hierarchies for an epic feedback loop process. Now, to access this hierarchy, it's going to be here very soon. Go up to set pre-installed hierarchies, do the drop down, search through these, and you'll see it there. Or you can go to import hierarchy, go to our documentation, download the file, import the hierarchy, map the fields, and you can also access this hierarchy that way. We do these weekly. These are weekly hierarchy showcases where we go over how to standardize tons of different processes in Jira. Check out our past videos. For some of our past ones, we get really complex, we get really simple. We have something for every single business team. Let's get right into it. Okay, to get started, I'm going to click into our epic feedback loop hierarchy here. Now we are in our hierarchy overview screen, but I'm going to click edit. And there we have it. We have all of our users who are going to interact with this process. We have a set of issues. Let me explain a little bit more about what's going on. So first, who's going to interact with the epic feedback loop process? Well, we have about 3, 6, 7, 8 different users who are going to interact. We have product owner, Jira admin, communications manager, scrum master, etc. We have all of our different users here. You could drop these down, change your user variables. Variables in Smart Issue Templates for Jira, you have user variables and you have text variables. Users allow you to pre-fill your different user variables you selected here down in these issues when you create them, so you don't have to go through and change it manually. And same with text, you can pre-fill text values. As you can see here, every time a user applies this hierarchy, they'll be prompted to insert the epic name, and it'll autofill down here. Okay, we have our epic name, and then we also have, oh, we don't have an assignee for that, but if I click into one of these, we have our assignee right here, our product owner. We're referencing that variable that we have up here under product owner. So when I click apply, when I apply this hierarchy, what's happening? Well, I'm creating all of these different issues that you see here. I mean, we've got tons of them, right? We have prepare for feedback collection. We have collect feedback and analyze and report feedback. We have a story with 2 subtasks, story with 3 subtasks. If you drop this down, you have all your different issue types you're going to need, right? You can have a story with your subtasks. You have child nodes, etc., child issues. Select any project you want from your Jira instance. What we're doing here, we're creating all these different issues with just one click, and we're assigning them to all these users you can see up here. Imagine how powerful that is. I have a standardized process that I don't even have to think about. Every time I need something done, every time I want feedback on an epic, I just apply this hierarchy, create all these different issues, assign them to all these different users instantly. And that's why it's so powerful. Now, if you click into here, you'll have all these descriptions that we've set for you. You have a bunch of different fields that you can actually templatize in this issue that you can see here. You can check our documentation for our supported fields as well. I won't go too much into the issues that are actually being created. Just know it's everything that goes around an epic feedback loop. If I want to try to generate some of these nodes with AI, I'd click generate nodes with AI. I'd say generate me an epic feedback loop, and it would do its best to create all of these different issues in here. And then I would just have to go ahead and assign them, choose the projects, choose the issue types, click update, and now I would have a process entirely created by AI. So I've shown you what I want to show you in terms of the edit hierarchy screen. Now I want to show you what it's like to apply a hierarchy, track it, and then set some enterprise level permissions, and we will close out. So I'll be right back. All right, so we are back inside our hierarchy overview screen. We have our epic feedback loop. We have all these stories I just showed you previously. How do we actually apply this hierarchy? Well, you might have guessed it, our apply hierarchy button up here. So I'm going to click apply. We have all of our different user variables that we saw previously. Here's our epic name we're being prompted to insert. I'm going to call this UI redesign. Okay, I'm just going to use that. And then all I have to do is click confirm. And there you have it. We have just created all of these different issues right here and assigned them to all these different users with one click. So now let me show you what it's like to actually track these issues that we've just created. Let me just expand that. So as you can see, we have view applied history here. Let me click that. And there we have it. Here we have our epic feedback loop. We have the date when it was created. I'll click on that just to make sure. And if I drop these down, you see all of these issues were created. You see the date they were created. You see our subtasks. You see our stories. As I start to transition them through the boards, as I start to interact with these issues, these progress bars are going to fill out. These statuses are going to update. You have your issue keys right here. We created all these issues in one project. If you look at our past hierarchy showcases, you can create issues across multiple different projects with one click. This is where the applied history screen is very, very powerful because I don't have to click into all these different projects to see the status of this standardized process. I can just go into our applied history screen and see exactly where this process is at any given moment. And I have a nice audit log of every time that this hierarchy was applied. Now, there's a few other options inside this applied history screen and also outside of it. I can duplicate the hierarchy. I can add a scheduler. So epic feedback loop, you might not do that, but let's say like a sprint review process, you can schedule it every week. So weekly, monthly, yearly, put these tasks on a schedule, automate the issue creation. You don't even have to worry about it. Very, very powerful feature, the scheduler. Also, I can share a link. Someone else who has Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud, I can share them this hierarchy. I can export it. I can add it to a folder for some organization. Really, really fun stuff that you can do with hierarchies in Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud. Now, I want to do one final thing. I want to set some enterprise level permissions on this hierarchy, and then we will close out. So I'll be right back once more. Okay, so we are back inside the Manage Hierarchy screen. As you can see, we have our epic feedback loop. How can I set some permissions? How can I say, I don't want you to interact with this hierarchy. I don't want you to apply it. I don't want you to do this. I want you to do this, etc. Let me go over to this button right here. Click that. I'll drop down these users. We will say Farah here can edit, apply, and view this hierarchy we've just created. Let's say that Greg here can apply and view this hierarchy, but he cannot edit it. And then let's say one more person here. Let's say Argeline can only view the hierarchy. I'll just click save. And there you have it. We've just set some enterprise level permissions. So I've created a hierarchy, I've applied it, I've tracked it, and I've set some enterprise level permissions for this standardized process that we've just created. Really, really powerful stuff here. It's important to note that your Jira administration privileges native to Jira are going to overwrite the privileges that you have in terms of this hierarchy. And as well as if you go to apps and then manage apps, the permissions that you set in the manage apps page are also going to override this. So the permissions here are pretty low level, but as long as your permissions native in Jira or in the manage apps page do not override it, you're going to be just fine. So I had a really great time showing you this hierarchy. Like I said before, check our previous weekly hierarchy showcases because we get really, really complex and we do lots of fun stuff. I've covered so many different processes. I'd love for you to check them out. My name is Zach from Apps Delivered. Thank you for joining me in this weekly hierarchy showcase, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.